Hello folks, right, I'm going to talk a little about football, if I can. If my brain will work, then that'd be good. But yeah, we will see what happens. Yeah, I want to see West Ham against Arsenal game, and oh my goodness. VAR and ref. Those people are so stupid. They really are. Sorry, they are stupid though. If they don't know that basically, if you're holding a player around with your arms behind their back, and you're facing that player, you're trying to stop that player jumping, that is a foul. How do they not know that's a bloody foul? In the corner, what's the point of a corner? It's about people jumping to try to hit, header the ball. Defenders try to head the ball away. The keeper tries to get the ball. The other team tries to head the ball into the goal. That's the point. So if you're stopping someone jumping, that's a bloody foul. How do they not know? Trossard was bear hugging the player who was basically, his arm was on the goalkeeper. Trossard was bear hugging him before he was even near the goalkeeper. And they were saying, again, that's not a foul. Excuse me. That is a foul. Okay. If someone does that to the goalkeeper, would that person be sent off? Yes. Right. So therefore, you can't do it. If you can't do it to the ref, you can't do it to the player. Again, the rules now are so stupid. They were made by people who never played. Right? Also, come on. Another thing that was in that game that I really hate. I think it's the idiots who said this is okay. Okay. I will tell you now. If a player is behind you, right behind you, you can stop. And if that player runs into you, that's a foul. Right? You get a free kick. Okay? In the world, if you're in a car and the car in front of you does exactly the same, and you hit that car, the person who stopped straight away, who wanted you to hit them, they're in trouble, not you. So the law in the world says, if someone does that, they're in trouble, not you. But in football, they say, oh, no. If you can't do anything about stopping and not hitting that player, you're in trouble. Again, sorry, the right word for that is F off. How can that be the situation in football? Come on, it's so bloody stupid. Well, the people in charge are bloody idiots, aren't they, really? They want wrestling in football. When that player, Man United forward, last season, I was getting so annoyed when he was playing. Not because of him, because the defenders were wrestling him and throwing him down to the ground every time he was trying to get the ball. And the rest were saying, that's okay. No, it isn't. It's football. It's not bloody wrestling. For me, right now, I think they need to change everything now about the laws. And again, if a player falls down and is not hurt, yellow card. Yellow card, straight away. Straight away, yellow card. If he's not hurt, yellow card. Again, if he is hurt, properly hurt, then straight away, carry him off the pitch. Carry him off the pitch. Unless they need to do something to make him not die. If he could die, then deal with it in the pitch. But if you won't die, carry him off. Do what you need to do off the pitch. And if it takes 5 minutes, cool. If he's injured, then take him off the bloody pitch. If he's not injured, yellow card. Straight away. No mucking around, yellow card straight away. If you fall down and you're not injured and you're trying to get a free kick, boom, yellow card. Again, another thing that really annoys me. With a defender, right? The ball is, basically, it's going over the line. Well, the defender wants that to happen. And he's stopping the forward, trying to get the ball, right? Again, wrestling. He's wrestling the forward, trying to stop the forward getting the ball. That's a foul. That should stop straight away. As soon as they do that, boom, foul. And actually, yellow card. If you're trying to stop the player and not trying to actually, get the ball yourself. Again, if you're trying to get the ball yourself and you're pushing the player a little bit, okay, we understand that. That's football. That happens. But if you're pushing the player, you're not really even trying to get the ball, like Trossard. It was a corner. He wasn't in looking in that way. He was facing the player and bear hugging that player. That can't be okay. It can't be. It's stupid for the idiots in charge to say that's okay in football. Again, if you do that in the middle of the field, that's a free kick. If you do exactly the same, if you hold someone that way and stop them running, that's a free kick. If you do what Rice did in the middle, again, free kick. But in the penalty area, that's not a foul. How is that not a foul? In the middle, it would be a foul. So again, the people in charge, come on, sort all that out. It's your job to sort that out. No more wrestling. No more crap like stopping and people running into you. Because again, you see players jumping in front of another player to get a foul. And they get a bloody foul. A player is running with the ball, and the ball, his control was a bit dodgy, and the ball is a bit in front of him. Another player jumps in front of him, and he gets a foul because that person run into him. Of course he ran into him. That person jumped in front of him and stopped. If you jump in front of someone to get a foul and that person runs into you, you get a yellow card for that. Because again, what would happen in a car? If a car is driving and then you go in front of him and stop, you go to jail for that. You go to jail for that. Not the person behind you. So no, the rules in football have to change to be not stupid. Because right now, they're bloody stupid. And again, it's Arsenal again, isn't it? Eh? It's Arsenal players holding players like they've been taught to do and falling down pretending they're injured. Other players do it all the time. But again, this game was Arsenal. So again. But again, you can't blame Arsenal. You can't blame Rice for doing what he did if the ref says that's okay to do it. The Man United player, they said he punched someone. Well, in the future, you could probably do that. You can knock someone out and the ref will say, oh, that's okay. Yeah, in 5 years, you could probably kill someone. And the ref will say, it's just football. That's okay. That's football. Yeah. It's ridiculous. The way that football is right now, it's too physical. They want it to be physical. And the problem is, it's bloody stupid. Okay, being physical means, if you're running to get the ball and the other player of the other team is next to you running to get the ball as well, then obviously you bump into that player. That's okay. You bump into the player. That's okay. But, sorry, if a player has got the ball, running with the ball, and you use your shoulder and whack him, that's not the same bloody thing. That's a foul. Because, again, if you're not trying to get the bloody ball, if you're trying to get the player, that's a foul. It's supposed to be, if you're trying to get the ball and you bump into someone, that's okay. Bumping into someone is okay. Right? But trying to get the player is completely different. It's a foul. Because you're not trying to get the bloody ball. So therefore, all you're trying to do is stop that player. I mean, again, using your shoulder to stop the player is the same as using your bloody leg, tripping that player down. It's exactly the same. You're not trying to get the ball, you're trying to get the player. That's a foul. Of course it's a bloody foul. But the refs don't see it because the refs never played. The VAR people never played. The people in charge of the FA never played. They never played football, so they don't understand. Come on. They need to deal with it. It's ridiculous. And we've got this situation now, and one team could win the league, one team could go down because of that. Because of that. Because of that situation when West Ham scored. West Ham should have had the penalty. Because what Rice did and Trossard did. That happened before that player put his arm against the keeper. So therefore, that should have been a penalty. Because they were fouls. But when the idiot says, that's not a foul. Again, in a corner, when they're wrestling him, that's a foul. When they're tugging people, when they get their hands around someone, that's a foul. It's not a cuddle, is it? When they've got their hands around someone, it's not a cuddle saying, I love you. No. It's about stopping them jumping. That's a bloody foul. Yeah? If you were in the high street and you did what Rice did in the high street with a person and the police person was there, you'd be arrested for that. Wouldn't you? So therefore, you can't say that's not a bloody foul. Football is mad. They need to sort it out. You can't blame Arsenal. You can't blame any other team. You blame the refs and VARs and the FA. They're the people who decide what's okay and what's not okay. And they're wrong, completely wrong about what they're doing.